that, and starting to put them out. I've been hardening some off. I got some good shit going on this year. I'm excited, actually. I haven't been this excited in fucking couple decades, man, to be honest with you. So we'll see. And me and Jimmy got some good shit coming up, man. Like when he gets on, I'll let him talk. I'm not gonna speak for the man. So, but just know this: I run a shit ton of his work, and wow,
Loving what you see?
huh?
Loving what you're seeing so far?
Oh yeah, I've been working with him for about 6-7 years now. So this last thing he did, man, when I went up there to New York and we did that last show, I was we went live. I was actually up there with him for a few days, and I got to see the live plants, things like that. A couple days later, he sent me some seed down because some of it was still running. It was late November, if I remember right, and he sent me some stock down, and I just went to work, and we found some gems out of this that I'm trying to get back to him now. But I run small, but I run big. I run a lot, but I run it really small to work through the populations because that's what I do, right? I mean, I don't like. I'd love to smoke my own weed, but the last couple years, decade and a half ago, man, I just been running seed stock. So I don't know. We'll see what happens when JT pops up.
Well, yeah.
We'll talk.
Excited for that one. So we're running live now here. I just kind of started in the middle of the conversation because as it always seems to happen, man, when we get going in a pre-show, it's like the conversation is like be oftentimes better than the actual show going on because you just get ripping. So usually we got our song and video that we play, but I think we're just gonna get past that and kind of get to all
go ahead and play it. Let's just get some time
Give the
in.
people the song they wanted, man.
Okay, well, let's do it. Hell yeah! Thanks for requesting the guest.
Fuck that.
I guess I better get loaded up.
Alive, gonna set the whole goddamn place on fire.
Fuck yeah! So
yeah, right on.
So what's the most current thing that you got running right now?
Right now, I got several. I'm working with some, other aside from JT. I'm working with some other people running some shit. My personal thing I got going on right now, where I've always I guess you could say my passion is with all the narrow leaf varieties, the Southeast Asian line type of thing, Central America, the long flowering sativas. That's where my heart and passion's always been, man. So recently, I had shut down for 2 years prior to me going back to New York with Jimmy, sitting down with him, and like I said, on some of my posts, I got off that plane and he lit the fire again because I had a job where I was home a week, gone a week, home a week, gone a week, and you try to keep these genetics alive in that kind of environment, man. You're risking it. So I would have people help me here and there, and it just you guys are growers, you know how it goes. No one's gonna take care of this plant the way we do, right? So long story short, I pretty much lost everything I had, all my original collection, which the variety, I mean, it ran a wide variety of range. Although my passion is, long flowering sativas inside 16 weeks. The longest I've ever ran a plant inside is 5.5 months. And I couldn't take it no more. I had to keep working, if that makes sense. This thing took over an entire tent on her own in a 5-gallon tank, a 5-gallon bucket, right? It's just like, wow, you know. So my passion, my personal passion is the long flowering sativas. I've always found back in the day, I cracked my first beans back in like 83-ish, 84, give or take a year. But I have an old soul. So all the people I hung around with have always been older than me, right? So I was kind of like, that kid that hung around the older people. So back in 84, popped some stuff that came out of Kentucky, and didn't know what the fuck we were doing. Didn't go very well. Fast forward to like 86. I had a friend from New York that moved to Cali in 75-ish, 76, 77-ish. His mom was blind, so that was kind of interesting, right? We're adolescent youth. And I remember the first time I got high was with him. So, we're like 14 years old. He's making money. I'm making money. As kids, he buys this old Volkswagen Beetle. And we push this thing, maybe half a mile back to the house. And it just sat under the carport, right? Because we lived in this low-income housing thing. And one day he pops up with some weed. What the fuck's that? He's, I don't know. Let's find out. So back then it was like red-haired skunk. That's what it came as, right? And from there it was just like, wow, it was so magical, right? It was just like that first, what the fuck is this, right? So now you live your entire life always dabbing and dibbling in it, right? Me personally, as a kid growing up in that area, in that era, how do I say? You guys remember Say No to Drugs? Fucking, you watch TV, and then you got the egg, right?
This is your brain on drugs.
My entire life, I grew up like that, right? Thinking, fuck, if I keep smoking this plant, one day my shit's gonna fry, right? It wasn't until I was in my fucking 40s, bro. One day I was on my way to work, and I worked for the California Department of Transportation at this time. At that time, we had legal, medical, but I don't think we were not legal like we are nowadays. And it's just a shit. That's a whole other topic, but it's a shit show. And I remember driving into work at 9:45, and I was hitting on some red Congo leaves. And it was just like the next to mushroom trip you could get, right? And I'm like, damn, this shit is so good. It's out there. I'm out there, but I'm still in control. And then it hit me. These motherfuckers lied to me my entire fucking life, right? And it's been on and cracking since. If that makes any sense to anybody. Like, you motherfuckers, fuck you guys. And I'm talking about, I've lost jobs. I've lost 3 jobs for giving positive tests. So, and there's a lot more too, but I don't even want to get into it on this kind of platform. But yeah, I done time behind this. So, and we'll leave it there. That's a whole other thing I don't even want to get into, man. So, I don't know. I'm here. I got some. You want to know what I got going on personally? I got some red tie that I'm working through. Came from a guy, Fallopian123, on Instagram. I held the mom for him for some time, and eventually lost all of that. So I was holding things for a lot of people at one time, and like I had to take this job on. It brought me all over the country, and I just, it just kind of, I'd come home, I was like, oh my god, and then it was one day I just, I pulled the plug. So this is kind of like genetics I've made, as well as working with Jimmy and other people right now. So I write on the backs of people like Snow High Seeds, John's legend, good friend of mine, Bamboo. There's quite a few guys that you know I've just been blessed to be around, right? And we all acquire the same taste for the genetics, which is let's preserve this gene, because there's nobody in today's market. Nobody's doing this really anymore, because it's all about for passion, right? Let's do it for this plant, because this plant means more to me than people will ever know. Part of my story is I got out of prison in 1996, January 8th, 96. I hurt my back, industrial incident. I was almost chopped in fucking half. I was on parole. So it was like I got hurt and they were giving me opiates, but I couldn't take them because I was on parole, right?
That's a tough one to be in.
Uh-oh. I think his internet connection is taking a fucking shit on us.
What's that?
Oh, there he is. Ah, you came back.
You froze up on us there for a second.
But yeah, I get what you were saying, man. I've had kind of the same, hurt back. Got to deal with your shit. All the opioids they try to feed you and shit. The hell happened to you, my man? Like how to
Okay, so I got out the joint. And I got a job at a place that made all thread rod. You guys look like you're pretty industrial. You know what all thread rod is. Before it's all thread rod, it's fucking coiled up steel. And I used to something's going on with the thing, so I heard a lot of reverb. We good again? Is Jimmy there?
Where are you? Jimmy just showed up. We got a lot of echo coming in from him.
I was waiting for him. Here we go. Here's every stoner's nightmare. I got 50 lighters, but I don't have one right now. When I need it. What's up, Jimmy?
Oh, been there. All right.
JT, you on?
See if we got that.
Let me find the lighters. Hold on.
Or is he frozen? Too?
You guys hear me?
Yep.
Right on.
All right. Do you have YouTube going on in the background?
No, nothing.
Do you by chance have headphones?
Coming through yours.
All right, let me see settings.
But anyways, cheers, man. Thanks for fucking jumping on with us. We'll get this shit sorted. It wouldn't be friggin' us without having a friggin' bit of a gong show trying to get everybody in the door.
It's okay.
When you're trying to figure out the echo and shit, you gotta limit the variables.
Well, I don't hear any echoes anymore, so I think we got shit solid, man. What up, Jimmy? How you doing, brother?
Can you guys hear me?
You betcha, loud and clear.
Okay, cool. Right on. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing great, man. How you doing?
Just rolling in, man. Just got the dog walked and settling in.
Well, I know how that is. It's barely even get your boots off. It's it's already showtime.
Well, we had to impromptu makeup for our golf league tonight. Usually it's on Mondays. Tuesday's usually a great day, but we had to slide in tonight. So I'm like on the phone with Roseville. Like, I'll be there as soon as I can, buddy. I'm on my way.
That's all good, man. You're not 15 minutes late. That's practically on time. We got a guest that freaking showed up well over an hour into the show, and we still fucking wing it and go and put on a hell of a show from there. So we're good to go. First thing we should do is rip a dab. I know everyone that's watching wants one of them. So now that we've got everybody here, time for everybody to
Hey,
load one up.
Hey, Jimmy. This is the BB3 WB right now.
Right on.
So how's the garden treating you?
Well, so far so good. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on this spring. Just trying to add on to what I got started last year, and trying to get all the canna stuff taken care of. Added a bunch of raised beds and just all kinds of stuff going on, man. It's it's nice having the early spring. It's a little warmer for us this year. So that's great. But it does mean that I got to hustle a little quicker. So we got asparagus and sunchokes and potatoes and a couple other things that I got to get in, some new strawberries. Man, I weeded out this bed from last year. I planted 24 strawberry plants in this bed last year, and I'm going to use it as a melon patch this year. So I wanted to rescue some of the strawberries. I started picking and kept digging and kept digging and kept digging, and before I knew it, I had 200 fucking strawberry plants to transplant. So
send me some.
I will. I mean, definitely a blessing, but also a challenge. So, yeah, just fingers crossed for some, enough sun to get us through, and a little bit of rain to water everything in for me, and we're good to go, man. I'm 2 months ahead of where I was last year, and
holy shit.
So
Strawberry, bro. Transplant should be pretty easy. Fluff up the soil a little bit, fucking throw a handful in there and walk away.
See, I'm gonna say this about the strawberry. Isn't it kind of coincidental that we're working on some strawberry right now while you got that strawberry problem? Right?
Yeah, I'd like to have another strawberry problem in about 15 weeks.
It's coming. Dude, I cannot wait. Oh my god. Like, they have no idea what's coming.
Well, it sounds like it, because we're gonna talk about it now that you're talking about it. So, what's up?
It's
what's up? What you got? You got a little strawberry, little thin leaf something?
I only ran it about 4 or 5 years ago, but we're coming back strong.
All right, what are we talking about then?
Let them know, Jimmy.
So, yeah, it was like 4 or 5 years ago. I made this. I was redoing the Mullumbimby Madness stock that I got from secondhand from Kangativa, and so I had this strawberry Mamba number 4 from Anunnaki Genetics, and it had some of the greatest flavors, right up there with that strawberry cheesecake that I got from Timmy.
Yeah. But this one was different.
Yeah, it was a strawberry Kush type plant, and so I hit that with one of the Mullumbimby dads, and I didn't think much of it. I was like, this would be cool, and because my keeper out of the Mullumbimby was a raspberry type lady, and so I'm like, that might be kind of cool. It'll mix well, and maybe boost up the flavors and everything. Similar terpenes, and man, like I ran some, kid ran some, and we finished right around the same time we were plucking, and I got him on the horn, and we're going through this, smoking this shit, man, and just it's one of my favorite, like, I don't want to be pure, true F1 hybrid, but just a great mix of the two. Most of the phenotypes landed within a week or two of each other. Smacking strawberry jam on the lips. Yeah. And it's just it was the high, it was the ride, man. It was like, it's so deceiving, right? It kind of lulls you in. These 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in, you're like, oh, you got that cushy ride, and you're kind of relaxed, and you're melting into the couch, and everything's fucking, starting to fade out, and then the Mullumbimby winds up, and it starts fucking, your brain starts turning, and before you know it, you're like, yeah, your body's relaxed, but your brain is fucking absolutely not.
Fucking hell of a ride. Man.
Yeah, just a perfect hybrid.
That sounds like a hell of a time to me.
Oh no! It was the most interesting weed I've smoked. That thing was, and the cool thing about it was like we kind of traded flower, right? And the experience was the same. When I ran it, what I found was, about 80% of the plants were very similar on the strawberry aroma. I'm gonna go from a scale of 1 to 10. They ran from 5 to 9. But I believe there is one that's gonna pop. And Jimmy said we had a strawberry shortcake that went around town, right? And Jimmy ended up with it. That was the real, like, what I would say the strawberry from that is what I know is inside of what Jimmy did, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's in there. It's it's so perfect.
It's a deeper strawberry, but they all had.
Yeah, I like the way that Mullumbimby goes. I only did, I think, maybe one other cross, and a pinch of seeds, maybe. It was like I hit the pre-flower type thing. But yeah, that the Mamba and the Kush, man, that was what a great matchup. So those are in the works. F2s are now in the works. It's one of those things I kept thinking about. I always think about her, and then plans change and circumstances change, and I wasn't able to run a bunch of stuff the last year or two. So now we're finally, we got space, we got a place, and Roseville's going to take care of that one for us. So fucking outstanding. I'm really excited to get more of those, man. I'm really excited to get some of that smoke.
Now, when this is on the terp profile, when it's like a strawberry and you have that, so you're talking like the fruit, like a sweet strawberry fruit.
Yeah, it's got a, I want to say almost like a
artificial.
Yeah, it's a little like strawberry Kool-Aid, but with an earthy note to it. And I'm not saying, like, I don't want to say chocolate, but if you had a chocolate covered strawberry, there is that kind of like, there's that other tone to it, kind of balances it out a little bit, and that's what that strawberry Kush was like. And the Mamba, you can get like a little spice, a little spicy Moroccan spice, black pepper type of thing in it. But that combined with that strawberry Kush, man, it just brought everything forward. All those terpenes came jumping forward, and you can't miss it. And if you pop a pack, you're going to be your choice of which, how much strawberry do you want?
Now is this in that long running kind of real long? Gonna take you fucking forever to get through the tent, or I mean, how long are we looking to get this bitch out the gate?
90 days. 90 days. We're out in most of them. Anywhere between 75 and 90 was like that pretty sweet window. 75 was a little racy on some. But we're talking like 12 weeks.
Not mad at 95 at all on something like that. I'd take that. I'd definitely take, very similar weed up, 110, 115, 120 days, So,
oh, you should.
Yeah, I ain't mad at no fucking 95 days.
Oh no, for when I remember when I ran it, I feel I pulled it early at about 12 weeks.
Right.
I felt if I let it go another week and a half, man, oh my God. But I remember one time I had smoked some, and I remember sending him a text like, fuck, dude. I just literally stumbled into the house. You remember that?
Yep. Yep.
I literally just stumbled into the fucking house. Thank you. Right? It was like in the middle of the night too.
I'd say 13 weeks is a sweet spot on most of those.
for sure, for sure.
And big
I
plants
also
too,
remember.
like that's
Let me ask
huge.
you this, Jimmy. Where do you think? Because like 80% of the population was sativa size, sativa leaning. That other 20, there were some shorties in there. Did you get that also?
I probably saw one or two of the shorter ones, and those were the ones that I took at 75. Probably could have gone another week.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But on the rare side, they mostly, I'd say 60-70% of them were in that, like I said, 13 weeks, right around in there. Just, they filled out a little heavier than the Mullumbimby makes big plants. And so the strawberry tightened up the structure a little bit. So it's almost, not quite the same size plants as the Mullum, but they're still big and branchy and pretty aggressive. And but with just a little bit more of a little bit tighter of a flower structure. But they cured real nice. It wasn't some of that shit. You got to be real careful. It's real dense and make sure that everything's on point so you don't get the dreaded molds coming in and whatnot. But no, these were just, man, what a fucking great plant. I love them all. And we're going to be redoing that one again soon. We got the lamb's bread reproduction in the works, and we'll get the Mullum fired up again too. I want to do another back cross of that and kind of continue on with that. So I love that line. I can't run it outdoors here, but once we get suitable accommodations, she's going to blow the place up.
I think this is the 4th time we've had you on the show now, and every time you've been on, the Mullumbimby comes up, and it's just like it doesn't get casually mentioned. Like we could hear you, like the excitement in your voice as you like like when someone's getting excited to and amp it up a little bit for something, right? Like it's interesting. I'd definitely be down for some of its back crosses.
But
Yeah,
man,
I
just threw down another one talking about the fucking lamb's bread. I would love to find some real, and actually run it once and see what the flower is like. I've never, got to get a hold of something, could trace it down or call it, an actual lamb's bread. So, those things are super interesting to me.
Yeah, this is Old Vibes Collective stock. So I'm going to redo do an increase on the pure line and get those back to a couple other people that kicked in on them over the years, and then I have what is it, a Jamaican blood clot that I can
that's from Snow.
No, yes. So I can do that.
Wait,
across.
time out. Time out. Do you still have his line, or did you do what we do?
No, I got Snow still.
Oh, so I'll tell you about it in the background. Know this: when I left Roseville, remember I told you that my shit got destroyed?
Yeah.
When I left.
Yeah.
I had just got that from Snow at the Cup like 2 months before, but you have the originals?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh
okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
I had to tuck those away because I knew I had the lamb's bread, and then I had
we're running out of time on some of this shit, dude.
We
got time.
We've got time. Believe me. We've got all fucking night. We've got time.
Yeah, we got time tonight, but we're running out. I'm getting old, dude, and it's like, holy fuck, man.
Yeah, man, the Mullumbimby and the Mungtai, and it's high time that I get those two together because
Stop.
the
Just stop.
the
Stop.
Mungtai
Stop.
is my
Because I
favorite,
have
dude.
some of these seeds you're mentioning. I'm just like, this motherfucker. I don't have the space right now, dude. You know what's
You got
going on.
you got seeds from the juicy fruit mama, my
I know
number
I
4.
had the mom. What are you talking about?
She's good.
Oh, I was just telling him. I guess it kind of went like live while we were talking, but just giving a little history or whatever, and tell him when I lost everything. And that was the one I was trying to keep that one so fucking alive. And I would go to like Florida, I'd come back. Oh, I got hit by spider mites. You know, it's like nursing this thing. And finally, I just got home and said, "Fuck it." And that's when I pulled the plug on everything. I said, "Fuck it, it's gone, game over." You know. That one you're talking about, I had that one in the peach. Remember the peach?
Yeah, and I sent you the peach astro zombie.
Yeah. And see, I guess this is my whole point tonight. How do I say this without being respectful to the plant? I'm not gonna hate a man to make his dollar, right? If that's how you make your dollar, bro, go on and get it. However, as they say, you step over $1 to get 15 cents, right? These genetics, man, what Jimmy has, what I'm sure there's many people like us that have these genetics, but are they working them? Are they trying to preserve them? Because the older these seeds get, it's like a lost generation. And I feel us on this show tonight, we all are all stewards of this plant.
Oh,
because I believe that this is where the magic happens with these plants that we still try to preserve. After us, everyone after us, because I feel like we're all the same age, it's a different generation. I came back to a pipe fitting trade that I walked away from about, at this point, 13 years ago. And I took a job as a journeyman fitter, and I walked into a whole different generation. Does that make sense?
Yes.
oh,
Absolutely.
We are not.
I watched all them little bastards fucking spawn, and I hated every second of it. Oh my god, all them little bastards out in the fucking powerhouses now don't know shit. Oh, and they're lazy as fuck, and they're whiny. They're like, it's hot. Yeah, motherfucker, it's hot. It's a fucking powerhouse in August. We got a job to do. Let's roll.
This makes it even better. I'm 5'6", 110 pounds. The next
You
guy,
sure you're not a welder?
next to me is 340 pounds. Some fucking college fucking football jack off fucking cock star, right? And I told him straight the fuck up today. I'm a pipe fitter, motherfucker. Period. I don't need to hang pipe with you. I don't need to take pipe down with you, because I'm a pipe fitter. Get my shit, put it on my fucking lift, and the pipe will be down. Fuck off. Who are you? Fuck you. I'm gonna show you real quick. And what happened? I just said different breed, bro. You could be as big, brody. I don't give a fuck. You ain't shit. If you know how to work, you can work, right? Same thing with this plant. Work the plant.
100%. I'm working on a preservation project right now. It's not thin leaf, but it's Pakistani straight out of the Hunza Valley.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So we're excited for that one. Give that a go. Tyler from Family Tree gave me 7 seeds, and I think I might have 3 males and 3 females, 4 males in there, and they're just gonna all do their thing and see what happens from there, and then we'll go hunting and see what we can find. It's got to be something interesting in there. Got to be.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Caribou, just real quick, because it's probably driving a few people nuts, man. The thing tonight, we got to do better than 0% likes. So is there a way to fix your little poll to take it down and make it 50 instead of 0%?
Oh, did I really? That's fucking hilarious.
I was waiting to see, but no one's. We've actually got 25 people voting. So, like, what's up? What's up, guys?
Yeah, what's up, folks? They don't even know what the fuck. We don't know what the fuck they're voting on, but man, they're getting it. Good for you guys.
We fucking let's give me a break. I smoke a lot of weed. Okay, I will fuck shit up from time to time. Yeah, I'll get that refixed up.
Hey, yay! All right. Now continue with your regularly scheduled programming.
So what am I? You know what I'm smoking on right now, and this shit's fucking great. I'm fucking high. I was high when I got home, but I'm fucking high now. I just got some of that Lilith dried there. Roseville. It's the God Zombie by Whisker Biscuit.
Yes, yeah. No, I still haven't popped none of that. I have not, but I do remember when I popped the God Zombie a few years back. There was some good stuff in there, for sure.
Oh man, that puts out some of the prettiest plants too.
Yeah. Those things were very unique.
So the God Zombie is Bodie's. I found a fruity kind of strawberry shortcake kind of female in Bodie's God's Paintbrush, and God's Paintbrush is
Sure
Ethiopian paintbrush by Old Mother Gani, and so that's a pretty fairly two pretty opposite type selections, and so the F1s were fairly consistent, and then the F2s get pretty wild as the gene pool opens up. But anyway, I hit that with my Astro Zombie male, which is Hmong Tai Vietnamese Black.
I have some of the. Hey, stop right there. I still have a little bit of those left. Go on.
Because there's not many left.
I know.
I don't have many left myself,
I know. And I don't either.
And so that four-way cross is pretty fucking wicked. The Old Mother Gani comes through enough to kind of restrain them a little bit, right? So they don't get too fucking massive and out of control. Right. And it definitely brings them down to earth a little bit, knocks a little bit of the flowering time down, and kind of thickens up that bud structure some. But I mean, just reds and purples and fucking, they'll fade out with this beautiful gold. Some of them do is like gold back behind like a purple vein. Huckle, fuck man, now I'm gonna forget his name. Sorry, buddy. Huckleberry. I think that's yeah, Huckleberry. This cat that grabbed a pack of the God Zombie. He found one that he fucking just loved, and it got huge on him. It flowered at, I don't know, 18 or 24 inches. It was wanted to go 6.5 feet by the time it was done. And just all kinds of different, from lemongrass and black pepper to the juicy fruit comes out, and there's little bits of the strawberry from the mama and the grandma rather. Just fucking wild. And so hitting it with the Whisker Biscuit, just gonna add resin, maybe take the flowering time.
Don't even bring that one up, dude.
The biscuit brings the frost, man.
Oh my God.
I haven't thrown anything out yet that hasn't improved in resin with the biscuit.
So
not a thing.
To keep it transparent, I have one in the background that I haven't shown you yet.
You fucker. You fucking hold it out on me, boys. I don't know. Oh, shit.
Well, hopefully he's holding for a good reason.
Bro. But okay, so you remember how I've sent you pictures and documented the whole fucking ride, right?
Yeah,
And you remember the ones I took so late in flower, right? Like just like Jimmy, we gotta save this bitch, right? And so those ones now, I got new shoots coming up. You know, I'm on the road until let's see, Tuesday. I got a day and a half on the road. I'm flying back north for many reasons. But that one, the pictures I shared with you when the flower was all fucked up, they're shooting out. So I put the one I had outside about a week and a half ago now, and she's just going, right? I'm gonna let her go. Everything we ran this past winter is all
right.
out fucking side, bro. Except
Oh, so you got
the
the ball
only
gag.
one not in the ground is the Gisa one. That's the only one I have not put in the ground because I'm watching her. I want to see what she's doing. None of them freaked out yet. The lemon tie, I don't know how I'm gonna contain it this year. I not, dude. Under
That
the
thing's gonna
light
be
I have when I'm just looking at this thing like he got, you know what she reminds me of? And she reminds me of, you remember when I popped Snow's, it was called Golden Dragon. And it was
Oh yeah.
just like some pure fucking shit from the border of Thailand and oh god. Mom, it was you remember, you know what I'm talking about, Jimmy, yeah?
Yeah, it's Khmer Gold. Khmer Gold and some other shit. Oh man, I'm just fucking rocking on this.
Did you guys just witness that? You did the dab frog, and I went to grab my banger.
And it broke.
Oh,
Whoa.
Good thing I got like multiple sources of smoke.
So what I'm trying to get at here is that's the plant. I never ran a 5.5 months and I fucking finally chopped the bitch down because I was tired of her, right? Similar to what the Mullen the one we were talking about, the Strawberry Mamba, Mullen Bimby Madness, but it was a complete opposite. So I chopped her at about 5.5 months, hung her up, she dried, I smoked her. The first time I felt like as soon as I smoked her, I went to the fucking moon.
Yeah.
15 minutes later, I was on my couch and I could not get up for hours on end. However, the interesting thing about this was in the line I had gotten from Snow, I see John, I hope you're well. I'll get a hold of you soon. The most interesting thing I found in this line was on stem snaps, it was pure blood red.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
the trip.
I haven't found anything cool like that saps up like that yet. I've had some that, I mean, the second you can stem rub it and you can do everything you want, but like as soon as you snap it, you start to get like the exact herb profile.
If
You know,
you go back to my early days on Instagram, I mean, you're gonna have to go through thousands of pictures, but you will see the male I had. You'll also see the one I'm telling you about. That I didn't even want the cut no more. I was like, it was just, you're up 15 minutes. You're up on a ride on a rocket ship, and then it's just like the one you love slammed you down, took everything you had. Wasn't enjoyable. That was not enjoyable to me, right? So I let it go. I had to. As unique as it was,
Yeah.
too much, way too much.
So we got three new ones that are through testing and everything. Why don't you tell them about smoking on the ball gag? That's Jeevil by Whisker Biscuit.
That one is the best way I can describe it to you is
ball gag.
it's like you're smoking hash. It's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very, it's like you're smoking hash. It's like a very,
Yeah.
I get
But
down.
it's like a clean hash. It's like a so here I'll keep everything transparent. I got someone helping me, and same age as I am, never smoked pot in her life, never even been around the plant because it's been taboo. Speaks nothing but Spanish. She's from Peru. I took this job on that I'm taking now to stop traveling the country because my mom's ill in the hospital, and I wanted to be in California. And the job I had prior to this was I'm all over the fucking country. So I took this job, took up an old trade, and last moment when I'm getting ready to go to this job on a Monday morning and leave like at 2:00 in the morning because they sent me, a few hours north of where I'm living. The last thing I wanted, right? Because I quit my job, traveling all over the fucking country. Now, okay, great. At least I'm in California. Long story short, Sunday comes around. I need a dog sitter. I got 2 dogs, Sam and whatever he's called. I don't know. He's just a dog at the house, and he has a spot. And I had new neighbors moving in, so I went and knocked on the door, like, "Yo," and I'm like, got my mom on the phone. She's fluent Spanish. I'm like half-ass. My mom tells her, "Hey, my son needs to go to work. Can you please watch the dogs? He'll pay you when he comes home." And something developed so far beyond just that. That led to, well, hey, I got this going on over here in his bedroom. Can you help a brother out, right? What I'm getting at, man.
I'll just smoke, for fuck's sake.
Huh?
I said, how does it smoke?
The Giso? I already told you. Like fucking pure
what else
hash.
is
It's
it
like you're
smoke?
smoking on some hash, dude, in a joint with flour, though. It's like, it's so crisp, clean. It's like a pure hash. It's like smoking hash, bro. It's gonna fly. You'll see, and then you tell me, and then you're gonna say the same thing. It's just like,
Well, I know what it tastes like.
I mean,
It's similar.
everything off that, whatever you did with the whisker biscuit and everything you sent me. At the end of a joint, I'm like, just everything's tacky. The joints just like look so horrific with oil.
Right. So you did Vol Gag, and then how's the Blue Scream, the blueberry Vietnamese by
That
so it'd
one
be
is the Star Dog pops a lot. That burnt rubber.
yeah.
That's all present. Hold up. This is the last of. Look, I don't know if you guys can see the jar.
Oh yeah.
This is the last of that run.
Oh, it's always fine. You start getting that low.
Here.
That's a good thing. Wow, and a bad thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I got 4 of them out. I got 4 of them out back right now, hanging up.
Oh, I have cuts of all this. All this stuff's outside. I can't wait.
We got 4 of them out back.
I can't wait to wash it. Let's see.
Yeah. It's gonna. It should wash well. It's got those nice sandy. Some nice sandy trikes. Not greasy like my like all that Pakistani was so greasy.
Other than what's for you, this is the last of it right here. It's the last right here.
Diesel had the Diesel has nice fucking resin on it. The Triangle Kush that I hit with the Whisker Biscuit. I still need to hear back from a couple people on. Nice trichomes on that too. Should wash well.
Has anybody found the blueberry though? Because
I haven't washed any of them.
Remember when we walked the garden that day, and like we passed it by, and then we kind of went, and then we turned around. I said, "What the fuck's going on here?" And then we went back to that one. Has anyone found that yet? Because I'm thinking that's elusive in a lot.
I haven't had one quite as strong as Mama yet. Not the number 3 anyway. No.
Yeah.
You know, I got one. Like I said, I got a few hanging. I took a couple little larvae samples or whatever. It doesn't do any justice for the flavor or anything like that. But nothing quite as strong as Mama yet, and out of that batch. But it's got the blueberry. It's like blueberry turpentine with just a little bit of kind of like grassy spice to it. Oh, they're good though. It smokes well, and they should wash well as too, man. They like you said,
You
the
want to see the
biscuit.
bottom of the jar? What do you mean they should, dude? It's like, they make the diamonds nowadays. Holy,
Right.
I'll show you. You want to see diamonds? Let's see if I could get it to happen. Oh my god.
Yeah.
See all that?
Yep.
You see that?
Yeah.
That's fucking diamonds without being processed.
Well.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, we have to get our hash on this winter, man. I got some of each of those already started. Yeah, I'm really liking like the smoke on the Lilith, man. It's almost got your fucking jaw chattering a little bit. Like, man, wide awake now. Fuck.
Yeah, sometimes it's like you smoke the wrong shit.
You got anything else cool coming down the pipeline here?
Yeah, I'm actually got some pure Peruvian stuff coming. It's already popped. I'm seeing some crazy shit, and it's just like, whoa. It's just they're pure. And sometimes when you pop these pure lines, you see things, but you got to be patient because realize they come from a different environment in which we're popping them. So I'm popping them in a very unpure environment from what they are used to. So one thing I noticed with working with a lot of some of this pure stuff is that you'll see that from time to time. But if you're patient, most people will call them, right? Oh, this thing ain't no good. Be patient. They don't know where the fuck they are, right? Let them get some legs under them. Let them acclimate to what you got going on, and you'll see some different stuff. But I'm working on some pure Peruvian stuff, along with the red tie. That one's got me really kind of excited because I got a lemon tie that's out of this world from Jimmy. I found some stuff, working through his population. Also with Boston Bob, I got some Wild Buddha tie he's working on. So myself, I'm still gearing towards the sativa end of stuff, the long flowery end of stuff, because that's where my heart lies, as well as working some of this new stuff with Jimmy, because I see a lot of different things going on. So I think we got a lot of good things coming up. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, sounds super exciting.
Yeah, there's still a bunch of Whisker Biscuit crosses in testing. None of the long, like the only one that I've seen finished on the longer side has been Lilith. But we have like some direct haze crosses. There's the Cuban Black Haze and the Uptown Brown, this Red Line Haze. And then several of my own crosses, and then a couple others that one from I want to say, I gotta think for a second. I think it's Useful Seeds, who recently passed away. Lucky Lime, which is Black Lime Reserve by Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms is from Bodie, and that's an Appalachia cross, I do believe, which was a badass male that he had, and outcrossed with a bunch of different stuff. So Still waiting on some testers and some of my own stuff finishing up. We'll see what we get for the Whisker Biscuit. And this summer, so we have the chocolate trip that I have outside. Kind of, we're getting them to get back into veg so that I can get some nips off of them and get them permanently planted for the season. So we got Bodie's repro of the chocolate trip from Dutch Flowers, I believe, and let's see. After that, we'll be into this year's reproduction, which, well, there's a couple of them. I have the Super Sativa Seed Club M21 Victor Barn, Special Indica, and fuck me running, man. That's another frosty one. So I want to get her back, get that one going again, go through what I have left of that stock, and again get that paired back up with the Whisker Biscuit and some other things, possibly. But that's going to be an early show. The M21, those will be tripped in like June, and then the late summer project. Man, I've been back and forth on this, and I still haven't quite decided. Actually, it's either going to be a Northern Lights #1 or Pure Kush. So we got a buddy of mine sorted me out with the LA cut, and we have some seeds from another friend of mine, Ohana Baby. Shout out, motherfucker.
Funny,
you know,
funny you mentioned him. I sent him
Hey,
a message
Jimmy,
the other
real
day,
quick.
and he says, you know what he says? You know what his reply was? He says, "You fucking whore. All you care about is the red Congo."
Oh yeah, well, I know.
Hey,
What's
Jimmy,
up,
real
brother?
quick. What's in the Whisker Biscuit, bud? What's the Whisker Biscuit comprised of? We had Toke asking about that.
So the Whisker Biscuit is the female was Gorilla Biscuit by Seeds of Compassion. The cut was selected by Four Wise Eyes. Another shout out, buddy. And so that was the mama, and another shout out actually, Two Tone Willie on the assist, because he was holding the female, and I had sent him a couple vials of pollen from my Vietnamese black male. And so he hit a couple of things for me and got the beans back, and that's kind of where it started with that one. Looked through a few, popped a few of each, kept the males from the Whisker Biscuit side, and then just females from the Blueberry Vietnamese. And that's where I had originally made the Blue Scream cross, whatever, 4 or 5 years ago now. So yeah, 1/4 Sensi Star, 1/4 Star Dog, 1/4 Vietnamese Green Stem, and 1/4 China Yunnan Black.
There you have it.
There's a bit there.
The dog and the Sensi, man, they bring the fucking frost and that just wonderful sharp turpentine nail polish remover type thing that I know like a lot of people are looking for, a lot of people enjoy. And just a great fucking combination, and so many other things that I have that are either related, like the Blue Scream is has recombinant parents on a recombinant father on both sides, or whatever you want to say, repeating fathers on both sides of the gene pool. So they really fucking you get to see that Vietnamese in the Blue Scream, and just there's so many other things though that kind of go with what's what that line has to offer, because it is pretty broad. There's I love the turpentine and I love that, that sharpness to it, but you also get there's bits of lemongrass and there's bits of that peppery, spicy notes, and then the shorter ones, the faster ones, man, and they pull some crazy fruit scents out of them too. Like the Whisker Biscuit number 8 that I'm gonna run out this year has like a peach mango passion fruit kind of fucking thing to it, and then the turpentines in the background. And then I had the number 31 girl was Vietnamese leaning, but it had in looks and structure it was more Vietnamese, but it had some nice color to it, and it had a little extra frost and that sharp turpentine note up front. In the back was that kind of, it had like notes of cedar and sandalwood and black pepper and things. So from sugar and spice and everything nice, man. There's a whole range of shit in there, and packs are big enough that you should have a nice little selection, and you want to take it to the next generation. Maybe open up the gene pool a little bit and see what else you can find in there. But it's just a fucking great line. It really is.
We got a
Yeah,
question here from 61 Falcon asking when you're going to do the repo on the 303 gold.
Oh man, that I need. That is definitely like, I gotta have indoor space and some time, because I would never flower those out from seed inside. Fuck no. And that's like, buy the ticket, take 2 rides, because they're gonna go and go and go.
What are we looking at for time on something like
18,
that?
20, 22 weeks.
Yikes.
I've heard. I haven't run them yet, so I can't, I don't have the personal experience, but from what I understand, if it's the one I'm thinking of, and if I have it right, they're long. They go.
Wow.
I mean,
yeah, that's
24 weeks and such. So yeah. And and that's one of those, they're these pure, really wild, narrow leaves that they're gonna have harvest window after harvest window after harvest window. It's probably something, if it's a 24 weeker, there's probably a couple of, spots in, before that you can take it. But again, it's, matter of personal preference. And is it going to be really racy, or maybe it's just, the high hasn't quite developed yet into into its potential. I don't know, but I will find out. I will absolutely find out. That one is, but again, it's going to require plenty of indoor space and plenty of time to grow, to veg them out, get them all cloned up, and then kind of start that whole thing over and really just flower them right from you root them and flower them and hang on tight.
This is the kind of thing I very much would like to try, but I'm growing in basically the equivalent space of about 3 4x4 tents, maybe 4 if I'm really can stretch space a little bit, right? So I can kind of do one longer flowering plant at a time without taking up too much space for everything I need for my daily medicine and smoke and all that. And I think I need to even consider something like that. I'd need to have like a already proven female clone or something like that. Because the thought of trying to go and like pheno hunt through that, and you pop a dozen seeds and just, oh good God, it's making my head trying to think of it.
Yeah, it's tough. That's a tough one. And it's like with the faster running gals and guys, whatever, when you want to kind of weed them out, if you're saying, hey, I just want females, I want to get rid of the males as soon as possible, with those really wild, long running fuckers, you're probably just better off getting the sex testing for them. If that's, if you just don't want the males and you just want to look at the females, because it's like, it takes that much longer just to get them to trigger, just to get them to really show their sex. They could go, I've heard, some of these are running 4 weeks or longer before they really, they even do anything,
Yeah,
Um,
that's nuts.
so
It'd be fun to do, like I said. I love what these narrow leaf sativas will do for me. Right, I got love for both sides of the plant leaf argument. They're wide, narrow, or whatever. Everything in
right.
between, really, if it's done right. It's like I said, I love fucking around with them.
That would be
ask
my suggestion, though. If you were limited in space and time and all that kind of stuff, though, is you find a narrow leaf that maybe you want to have a little look at, is pop a few seeds, do the get them up to they're big enough where you can do the sex testing on them, and then now you're just left with females. And again, your space, limited space, veg them out, take cuttings, get them rooted, get them, and as soon as they root, get them into a nice fucking home, their final pot basically, and start flowering like shortly after. I wouldn't, once they're rooted and you get them, give them a week or so to get them kind of a little acclimated to their, being in soil, and just let them go, because they're going to, particularly the narrow leaf ones, you'll find, when you inspect the root balls, is that they tend to build roots a lot more, because they spend so much more time flowering that they're still blowing roots out. And whereas faster plants, it's like, we got to make flower and we got fucking 49 days to do it, baby, let's go. So you're gonna have resources directed to make that happen. So I would try, if that's your, if that's your thing and you want to take a little look see, I would sex them with a test kit, and veg your girls out, root them and flower, and just throw the once you have good, healthy, a good healthy cut. You can just toss the females or give them to a buddy that's got fucking big balls or tall ceilings,
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Jim, let's share with them the technique you shared with me about, how we pop and how we work, how we go about sexing them, but then letting them go into veg still. Share that technique, because
Like
it's
this,
awesome.
yeah. So the super easy this spring. Yeah, I got a couple of trays, and I know I'm hoping that we get a fairly even split, so that I'll have some extras and some to give away and whatnot. But in order to get all that figured out quickly, so once they're about 6 or 7 nodes tall, you can just cut their light cycle for about 4 or 5 days straight. Give them 10 hours of daylight, and then stick them in a closet or a dark space, whatever it is. I got a little closet here that I can use for smaller plants, and bigger plants. I can have something sorted out that give them a space where you can black it out totally, make them think that it's flower time for about 4 or 5 days, and then right back to your normally scheduled program. Right back into fucking veg hours, whatever you run. And usually within like 5 to 7 days, you'll see pretty much everyone. You'll see, the males will start to throw their little flowers, and the females will throw out some stigmas, and it'll be pretty damn clear who's who. And that'll get you, again, in my situation, I don't need. There's only going to be one variety of fellas around. So everybody else, the sooner we can get them figured out, the less time I can fuck around with plants that I'm not going to grow out.
Hey, Jimmy, does anyone have a copy of the old lemon tie mail? Because that motherfucker was bad.
No,
I
I
had
don't.
it. I had
think
it,
so.
and you know what happened.
I know it happens.
Damn.
I know that was like the most devastating part of fucking moving, was giving up the whole fucking garden. Everything.
How about this one? This one you need to touch on, because this one is, I don't know how much you have of it or if you released it, but the roots. That one, I will say like this: when Mama pops a jar, it's the same reaction every time. Jen Rico. I look at her, I'm just like,
Dude, that Nigerian was awesome. Was awesome. I love that. Like, I love that soft, like almost leathery Moroccan
stop.
cedar,
You
and
make me
just
melt, dude. You make me reminisce. The mama, the way she, what is she like? I'm like, she's like hot butter. I'm popping.
man.
Go on though. I want to hear it, because the one I have right now, I see mama in flower structure, but the aroma is so different. And then the ride is
Fucking getting it. That's what it's doing.
We got one. So
Vin Diesel out there.
this is
Fucking
you're
burning
in the
some
middle of
dinosaurs.
I'm in the middle of fucking California, and ain't shit around me but that. So I mean, it's unique. So let them know what that consists of. I mean, I told. So you remember early on when I ran the Giesel and you told me, oh, she's pregnant. I said, fuck you. She's not. She's not. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember when I put, and you see the red hairs on the Giesel and you told me you fucked her off. I said, I did it. Remember?
I do. I know. I didn't think I didn't think the ball gag would finish quite that fast, but it was.
So I told you, I said, no, she's not. I told you, no, she's not. She's not. So then, because then I had found identical roots, male to identical roots, female, that I was seeing right there, right? So I already had it. I depped it off, and that's when I hit the roots. Do you have a lot of that? Are you releasing that one? Because that one needs to go. Because
We'll have to find out when he comes back.
That one ran 10 weeks, 10 and a half or so. The mom used to go 14 and she was perfect. This one ran quick, but she's special. That one you need to let the people know about.
He got booted somehow. There he is. Fuck, he just about came back in time for him to finish there too. It's almost seamless, Fluff.
Yeah, no, this one's epic. This one's good.
Penny.
All right, well, maybe it'll take a second.
I feel like this is how it happened last time we had him here too. Like we had a lot of spinny circles for a bit.
I'm just sitting back here. Don't mind me. I'm listening.
Okay. It gives everybody a chance to get up, take a quick leak, hit the fridge or something like that.
Right. Grab a snack.
Sure y'all are getting the munchies after all the dabs we've been doing. And speaking of which, now would actually be a good time to do a dab for all our Patreons. I'm curious about
you guys. You guys are north of us, yeah?
Canada.
Some of them.
You guys are north of us, yeah?
Yeah. I'm near Toronto, Canada. Toronto, Ontario. Oh, sorry.
All you guys are north.
I'm in the Midwest.
Who? GP?
No, I'm about an hour or two north of Toronto.
What are you guys running? What's interesting up that way? I mean, do you guys run long flowering shit? What's going on?
I like to. It's just hard. It's indoors. I don't really have the patience, and outdoors I won't finish. So it's a tough one for me. I'm a very busy guy, so like the longer the flowering, the more chance I have to make mistakes. So I try to stick with the shorter flowering, just so I don't, I've lost a few gardens of the longer flowering variety due to my own neglect. So I just know my role in my garden, and it's not with the not with the long flowering stuff. But I love it. That's the problem. I love the sativas. That's my favorite smoke. So I usually have to outsource it, or you know, I'll grow an auto flower variety that's, you know, gets me there a little quicker.
Right.
But I only get a jar that way instead of 6 jars. But whatever. You know, I'll grow 6 plants instead.
I mean, okay. So that's a very good topic, though. So what's the price you pay for that? Mediocre weed for what you really love? Where's your passion fucking lie? Right? I mean,
my passion lies with just finishing the run.
Right? I'd rather smoke this. And I run small. So I had maybe a month's supply of my own shit. But now I'm black on the black market. Right? At $100 an ounce. When this cost me nothing.
Yeah, I was running a Cuban Black by Thai A5 for a while, for probably about a good year and a half. Just kind of kept it in the corner, you know, because I had a flower. Kind of like I said, you know, I just have a flower tent running all the time, so I kind of kept one in the corner. And you know, it was great. The good thing about them is they always kind of make it worth the wait by running them that long. I've never had one disappoint me in weight. You know, but it's not always for me my typical like preferred effect. You know, I really am into some couch locky fucking ass shit. So you know,
and that's
I
where
don't
we differ though, right?
Yeah.
For me, you gotta realize, man, I'm out here fucking hanging pipe, shit like that. I gotta go. I gotta fucking go. We come from that era of 90% pure Peruvian fucking cocaine. Let's keep it honest and real, right? Our
Hey
bodies
man,
are used
fucking
to that shit.
cocaine built the powerhouses in this motherfucking country. That's how it is.
That's me, right? I mean, I gotta go. And for me, that's my ride because I lived a life of opiates, and that was my ride because I would go skyrocket. I feel no pain, right? You differ from me. You don't like that ride, but I enjoy it.
Yeah,
So,
I don't need help going a fucking 1,000 miles an hour. I get there naturally. So I look for that thing. Yeah, exactly. I'll wake up 1,000 miles an hour. So I'm looking for something fucking ease that shit back down.
I'm waking up like my body's beat the fuck up. I hurt here. Get me going.
Yeah, no. Right. Now, back when I was still fitting and doing shutdown work and all that stuff, that's what it was, man. It was 5 minutes. I could be out the door from the time the alarm fucking bell rang to the time my shoes were on and the car was started. I was fucking out this motherfucker.
I wish. I got to get up an hour early. I got to get like at least a 45-minute hot shower in.
Right, that shit used to crack me up. All them old motherfuckers in there like 2 hours early to work, reading the paper, sipping their coffee. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm running in that bitch with like 30 seconds to spare before the foreman starts chewing ass. Be like, I'm here and I'm on time, motherfucker. Let's go.
Oh yeah, I come sliding in sideways. Fucking put the helmet on.
Right?
I'm like you, Fluff. I wake up and my mind and even my body, but more so my mind, is already going fucking million miles an hour. Let's fucking get moving, kind of thing. So this is where I find I can rock both sides of the narrow or fat leafed equation. But wait, when we're talking about the narrow leaves here, they'll do a couple different things for me. Like they paint a brighter picture. The world is just brighter colors is a good way to put it. And everything seems more vibrant. But another thing it'll do for my already wound up mind, like if I can find something to focus on, it will help me focus on that. But also, like a good sativa, it sends my brain fucking running naked down the fucking hallway, just going, making stupid fucking noises just because it's happy and it's a release. Go fuck yeah! You know,
there's
and it just
so much fucking dopamine in the brain. Yeah, dude, you're just in a good time fucking doing circles all by yourself, fucking going.
It's you know, sometimes they'll skate that anxiety edge, but like a good one, no, it's just straight uplifting, like like it's wow, like it's they, like I said, I wish I had room for just to keep a few more around constantly, but it's man, it's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to watch sometimes. Like I was going to mention earlier, we were talking. I forget what the topic was, but I missed my chance. But one night I was sleeping. I was like, oh well, not sleeping. I was trying to sleep, couldn't. And I was like, oh, weed on the table, perfect. Grabbed it. Didn't realize it was some fucking potent ass fucking sativa shit. Smoked 3 or 4 big bowls of it, and then I'm like, all of a sudden I'm like, okay, why? Like my daughter's growing up too fast, and like fuck, my truck's not running right, and like. No, I'm up like sweating, like worrying about all my life's problems, which I'm like, fucking weed, man.
Wrong shit. Wrong shit.
Yeah, it's got a tea or something. I had a fucking weed.
Hey, that's not the 3 a.m. weed I just grabbed off the table. I just realized.
No, man, that was the fucking like that's got dirt biking weed or something.
now you can take it's always kind of a matter of harvest, and it really is a strain dependent thing. There's plenty of narrow leaf sativa that'll put your ass in a couch. I just haven't found me personally one that's, I mean, I guess kind of the grapple fritter is a little bit more on the indica-ish side, lobster's thing, where it's kind of thin leaf. At least this pheno is, but anyway, like even some of those hazes and shit I grow, you run that damn thing long enough, you get to that sweet spot where it's not a complete like shock to the fucking heart. You won't smoke it and think that you're about to have a heart attack, but you be good and mellow. But you gotta run that shit for a good long while to get that. I like to get a good amount of amber in most of my smoke. I like it to be pretty fucking narcotic. So, you got to run them fucking hazes and them long leaf and them skinny leaf sativas. Usually a pretty long while to get that good amber in there like that. So
yeah, man. Speaking on them hazes, I had an opportunity. I don't know, 3-4 years ago. I had a good buddy working here legally, California, and they did a population of like some A1s, haze, C1 haze, all the old hazes, right? I think it was walked a few greenhouses of like 200 plants, man. And what I seen pop out in some of these hazes on that level was like, whoa. I mean, you seen a complete freak show. The aromas were just like, even flower structure that I never had seen. I'm just like, wow, Unfortunately, I didn't get to finish the project with them, and I don't know the results. But what I saw was around week 12, 13 of most of them had, a good another week and a half to go.
shit. All right, fucking the internet kills 2 guests tonight. Fuck yeah.
It's on a roll. We better do a dab before the internet sacrifices us too. It's
right. It could be any one of us next. Fuck. G-Bay, if it's you, I always loved you, buddy. Cariboo, I wanted to tell you one last thing. You've always been a prick, and I fucking hate you.
I knew that. Shit. I told you that. My boss I used to firefight for, he used to call me his favorite asshole.
It's always good to be the fucking top of your game. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, it wasn't even that bad, but it's just I'm very direct when it comes to getting certain bits of information across. And I don't have tolerances for stupidity while we're trying to get a job done, right? Like, let's just say, cut the shit while we're working, and once we're done, let's chill out or whatever. But tree planters, you see, are generally some of those, what were we talking about, younger people earlier, and they just don't generally seem to have the drive anymore that the older generation has. Well, tree planters are generally of that ilk, straight out of high school, right? And their work mentality isn't there, which is weird to say because tree planters are some of the hardest fucking workers you'll meet when they're good at it. You know, but it's like when it comes trying to like demob a truck or something like that for you, and you just see the simplest of instructions. It's like OMG. So when you see something gets put over there, randomly just chucked down, and it's no, there's a over there, you know. I just didn't say it quite, you know. You see how I was very polite and nice about it.
You're trying.
A little bit more direct.
Is that like growing up? Is that what just happened?
I'm trying hard, man. I'm really trying here. I don't know. I don't know. I work too much. I'm good at it. Let's fucking say that. Fuck, he's back. All right.
Sorry about that.
It was gonna start slipping into some really weird shit.
I'm in a bad area, so service is not the greatest. I was trying to get Wi-Fi, but that will not happen. So, Jimmy ever come back? Because he was on.
No, he's not back. We thought that the internet gods at site sacrificed you as well, but we see you made it back. We're thankful for that because the show is about to get ridiculous without you. So I'm sure of that.
Really, you guys, awesome, man. You know, I'm just at the end of the day. Let me give some shout out to some people.
Absolutely.
Snow High Seeds, John. I hope everything is well, brother. Obviously Jimmy. Him and I, you know, we got some stuff coming up, man. I'm gonna be up there with him in a minute. Give me about another year, and it's gonna be. You guys are gonna see. Not only are we gonna bring what we're talking about tonight to you guys, we're gonna bring something very special. But it's gonna take some time for it to happen. But just know, what the fuck is a forklift going down the street for? Anyway, just know there's a lot of good things up in the mix with what Jimmy's got going on up there back east, what I got going down west over here. But we're gonna meet here in the next year and a half and bring some stuff that are amazing, just not weed, some exotic vegetables from around the planet. We're both working hard towards something. This plant has brought us together, right?
100%.
And I have watched Jimmy develop his brand over several years, and it's remarkable where he has come from, where he is going, and where he is at. And just he shares it with you guys on Instagram, man. But I have been there in person, and I'm sold on it to the point where I got property up there now. So we got some stuff going on. One thing I feel is important is, you know, things are changing here in the States because we're in an election year, and obviously, finally, it's probably going to come, right? Give two fucks about it because I'm always going to do what I do when I've always done it. How do you guys feel about that? What's going on with it?
I don't know enough about the implications being north of the border is the best, but I feel full legalization would be the way to go. Fuck it, straight across the board.
We touched a bit on it on this morning. I mean, you know, we live in a fucking capitalist fucking society, so the fact of the matter is they're going to try to get all the money out of it they can. So the schedule is going to slowly go down, if it ever goes down at all, because they got to get their money, do their research. You know, it makes everybody money. It makes millionaires money by staying where it's at. It doesn't do shit for us. What it might do is give some actual access to people who don't have it now. It might help people who can't afford it by allowing some insurance and some things to actually pick it up as medicine, doctors to actually prescribe it as a real medicine. It opens up some avenues that are positive. But overall for like us, it don't mean fucking jack shit. That's
No, because
my
we're gonna
opinion
do
of it.
what we
Doesn't matter.
do because we've always done it. No one has stopped us. That's why we're here doing this, right? We don't let them dictate what. At the end of the day, no one's gonna dictate my health but me, right? I let them control me through their opiates, this, that, and the other. No more. It's that simple. I had a spinal cord stimulator implanted in me. I was so frustrated with him. Rip everything out. Go to hell. I'm surviving alone on this planet, and and here I am. That simple.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I've had 3 major spinal surgeries, and all of it has been controlled with without. Well, one of them I didn't allow them to like give me the opioids. I took some and shit, but it kind of started, and I was trying to wean myself off of some real problems back then. The other 2, and a few other surgeries along with that. But everything has been treated with cannabis, by myself. Like right out of surgery, it was like RSO, RSO for about a week. And, that's after getting a double fusion in my neck, just a little bit of RSO fucking afterwards. And then my regular usage. Not my regular usage. I mean, I'm a heavy fucking user. I use a lot, and it takes a lot to numb the fucking pain, but I can get there, and I don't feel the same, side effects that I did when I was on the opioids, or even just the non-narcotics. Any of the shit they kind of prescribed to me, it either fuck your gut up or screw your kidneys up, or fuck, anytime I was on opioids, I mean, I'd just be staring at the fucking ceiling, couldn't sleep, told the doctor I couldn't sleep, and what do you do? He's like, oh, just take some more fucking Oxycontin, that'll put you right to sleep. Take some more Oxycontin, that'll put you right to sleep. Doctor's review. All right, well, let's do that. Take some more Oxy. And I'm fucking staring at the ceiling on this fucking bullshit. Yeah, like, what the fuck? And you go to tell the doctor that, and he's like, sounds to me like you have a problem then. Yeah, you think? You fucking think. So, yeah, but, get into the plant has been fucking phenomenal medicine. It's maybe not as great as controlling or helping with the ADHD as I would like it to be, but it does help. It helps maintain some focus, and some of that just is a complete squirrel fest without it. So, it's not great, but it works. And other than that, I mean, after a lot of other kind of like you said, between being a real antisocial motherfucker in the fitter trade, I was the guy that just chased the shutdowns, in the powerhouses and shit, right? It was 712s, fucking job to job, fucking state to state. You never knew where you are. I was an antisocial motherfucker. I didn't do much. Coming back out, it helps with the anxiety. I never dealt with a lot of people. I dealt with people at the fucking places where I could tell them to fuck off and leave me alone. I have a job to do. You know what I mean? And they would do that because my job was very important. And if I didn't do it, they were really mad. So, but when it was time to go in public with like my wife and my kids and be a normal person, I couldn't fucking handle it, trying to, go to the airport with my wife to go to fucking Las Vegas or something, in a town with a billion goddamn people and everything's way too loud. You want me fucking medicated, man. You don't want me on the fucking loose and just wild. And eventually it just gets to my system anyway. And, for the first little bit, it'll be the most amazing thing in the world. But then it really quickly becomes not fucking comfortable. So, the medicine's important. I think that answered what you were asking. Jimmy's still the spinning circle of death. He may fucking make it. He may not. We'll see what the gods allow us. Oh, come on, you can do it.
You're on mute.
You can do it. You can do it. Everybody push the circle.
You're
Push
on.
the circle.
You're on mute, Roseville.
I loved everything he said because he just described me. I'm such a recluse, bro. I'm in the car right now. I'm out here working, yeah. Even when I'm home, I'm in my driveway, in my car. I got a fucking house that I could go fall asleep in, but I feel comfortable in a tight space, right? So everything you were rambling about, I was just like, yep. It's all that. It's all that, man.
Yep.
Oh.
Whoa. Holy shit, we got 2 spinning circles of death.
Oh, we got double Jimmy.
It's like Poltergeist is coming for us.
Trying.
Is this so what's that fucking that movie? Oh god. Oh, I don't know. Never mind.
Back down to 1, Jimmy.
Back down to 1.
Oh shit. Getting crunch time though for the outdoor stuff, eh?
We left off at the roots because I want him to describe that. That roots is. I hope he's releasing that one. That one is very cool, and not as long. And I'm surprised because the mom went 14 inside, 16 outside. See if he comes in. There he goes, double again. And I'm turning my mic off because I'm eating. I'm hungry. I got off work and got here, and here I am.
It's all good.
Oh, don't worry about it. I munch out on the screen all the time. Part of being a smoker. Gotta keep your tummy full.
It's funny because oftentimes this is the part of the show where people start talking about food anyways.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
After doing dabs, which we haven't done one of those in at least 5 minutes, so we should probably do one. After doing dabs and whatnot all night and smoking joints and stuff, people usually get hungry after a good 2 hours smoke fast. So it's like, what do we have in the kitchen?
Yeah.
I got ice cream.
Well, I got like a cinnamon swirl loaf kind of pound cake thing. Smash that.
If you guys were listening to Jimmy earlier, he mentioned the Jamaican blood clot, and I like kind of froze. That line right there is super rare, and I did not know he held original seeds. So rest assured, I'm gonna be on him because we're gonna do that because that needs to let go to people. If that makes sense.
What is that?
It's a very, very. What's that?
What is the Jamaican blood clot?
I'm not gonna take no one's thunder, but remember that one, Jamaican blood clot.
Okay.
That one.
I've remembered it since you said it. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because that is going to get that is after the Mamba project, and I will reproduce that, and he is going to send them. Period. That's how special that is to me. So those came from Snow High. And if you guys know who Snow High is, he's a good friend of mine. John has protected this plant longer than probably any of us have. So when I heard that, I was just like, wow, you have those still? Like, I have not heard no one. I have not even heard that name in days. So when that perked me up. Like, I'm excited because I also have some Swazi that I'm going to do from John. And it's going to be a good combination of the two.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. So
you got a Swazi. So, like, what makes you want to work with that Swazi? I'm not like real familiar with like that one specifically. So, tell me a little bit about it and what gets you fucking real excited about it.
It's just a different herb. It's a different experience. I mean, you have to go way back to, back in the 80s when you smoked weed as a kid and you were high all fucking day, right? But you knew you were fucking high all fucking day. And you might wait a day or 2 or 3 or 4 and you hit it again, right? So now, do you remember those experiences when You felt like you were out of control sometimes. Everyone's looking at me, blah, 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 blah. Do you get that when you smoke today's weed to all these generation after who knows what the fuck they did with it, right? Do you get that experience today?
Oh no, but I mean, I don't expect I would ever see that again. I'm way too saturated to really ever think that without taking a very long break. You know what I mean? And then probably I might be able to get back to it, but no, I can't say that. No. So I would like to
Okay.
find something that would make me feel like that. I'm always on the lookout. So
Yeah.
So
Probably
the curiosity killed the cat. I couldn't help myself. So the Jamaican blood clot is lamb's bread crossed with Panama red. That sounds fucking amazing.
yes.
Again, then of course unavailable from Snow High, right? It's something that's been discontinued a while back, I'm guessing, because you haven't heard. Sounds like you haven't heard of it in a long time.
I heard that, like, what? The last I had of it, I got from John. I went through a divorce 7.5 years ago. Came home to a destroyed garden, seeds collection, fucking stomped on.
Oh.
I had just gotten them a few months prior to all that, and those were on the ground. I looked at them, I was like, oh my God. Right? So that's when Roseville Kid got created. When I left with cuts that I had from DJ Short. I grabbed what I could when I had to go. It was time for me to go, and here I am. You know, I lost what was left of that collection, which there was a lot of pure lines there. I lost the last of that about 2 years ago. Took a flight up east, met with Jim after years of dealing with them. You know, we sat in a fucking trailer in the middle of nowhere, and we planned a fucking life. And all I can say is there's some good things coming in the pipeline between the two, because I will always be out here on the west side, but we got some good stuff coming up with that lemon tie. Like I mentioned, I'm working with that red tie right now. I need to find a mill to bring out what I want to bring out. Hope is going to be a little mixture of both worlds. I've held an Afghani that I just got back. That it's a male, and I really want to work it into the lemon and the red tie, and if possible with the mamba, to bring out some different stuff for you guys.
That sounds amazing.
Hey, so when you guys are going into some of these fucking strains and these longer running ones, and you find some of the faster running ones, obviously some of the shorter, longer run ones, are you really trying to find a time frame that you like, that you kind of prefer, or are you constantly trying as you're working with it to shorten it, or do you just take the best and it is what it fucking is?
It is what it is, man. I mean, who the fuck am I, right? Literally. You flower. You guys know when a plant's ready. I know when a plant's ready. I'm not in a hurry. This is my passion. It's my medicine. Yeah, I made a few bucks in my day, blowing up a few houses here or there, and all around fields, blah blah blah. But this is my passion. So again, I could buy top of the line California weed all day, every day for $100 an ounce, right? And I'll do it because the shit I like, it usually runs long. Now, are there some short ones? Well, obviously, right? But over my lifetime, my experience has been understand, back in the day, there was Panama Reds. I mean, the Acapulco Golds, the pure shit back in the 70s, right? Was what was roaming around here. And that's the experience I know. So when I'm growing something, I'm trying to get back there. As hard as it is, but it's there, it's around, but you just have to be patient with it. Because all that stuff back then coming out here to California was from across the border, from down south, right? We would get our stuff from back east, the Thai shit. So that's what I know. And that's what I'm still trying to preserve. Although, as I say to people, it's exotic because it's different. You're not going to see your fat fucking nug flower Afghan. You're not, this shit's different. But you have to have the balls and the courage to run it to when the fruit is ready. I sent you some pictures earlier. More importantly, the Baggio, if you could pull that up and show them, that's what I'm talking about. If you pull the Baggio, that's the, okay, that right there is that is a pure Thai right there.
Right.
That is pure Thai. Actually, I'm sorry, that's the Laos. That's the Laos. That's a pure Laos right there. That plant was a good 11, 12, 13 feet when that photo was taken.
That's a big plant for sure then.
Yeah. And that's going down in the middle of somewhere here in the middle of California in the desert. That was 2018-ish, I don't know, somewhere around there. So that was a pure Laos plant. I have pictures on Instagram where you can see the difference between the way she ran outside, the way she ran inside. I worked with her a little bit. I have one vial of seeds that's going to Boston Bob that I've had from 2017, I want to say, for him. I still have it with the note, Boston Bob's. Those are the only seeds I ever made of it.
Dig up another one of those. Just give me 1 second here. Computer takes. Oh, no, wrong button. Come on, computer, quit taking your time. Okay, let's try this one.
You know, and speaking of quick flowering plants, I think the fastest plant I've ever kept alive because it was worthy was a DJ short blueberry that I found in some F4 pack. This thing at 56 days was amazing. That there is the red tie.
Okay.
That's the red tie there.
Wish we could blow it up a little bit better, make it bigger.
Yeah, it's all good, but that's a 16-weeker.
Premier to allow.
Yeah, that's a 16-weeker right there. But again, it's these aromas. For me, it's the aromas, it's the leaf structure, and again, the experience. The ride is so different. Some of them are real quick, right? But then you find the ones that kind of take you back into that era. It's just a different ride, man. And it's like you have to have a passion for this plant. You have to most definitely have the patience to watch these things
having fun
grow.
Fuck off.
My only tip to like an indoor tent grower is, you know, flip them fast, because these things, the lemon tie I have right now, this thing stretched triple from what she was when she went into flower. And she's to the roof, and I'm just gonna let her go. Whatever happens, happens, right? It happens. I can't control it at this point. I do know that she goes a good 13, 14 weeks. And I'll start sharing her here pretty quick on Instagram I'm waiting for her flower structure to develop a little bit more. But it was Jimmy's creation, and I found it, and it's an amazing plant. I'm blown away. I already have her outside. I don't even know how I'm gonna contain her this year outside. That thing, when I put her out, she was 2 feet tall. When I left 7 days later, she was about 3 feet already. You know, so I just got to keep her low, because I know when she goes into bloom, this thing likes to go. Reminiscent of that red tie you put up earlier.
Okay. I'll dig up that other one.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to run any of that stuff out here. In the tents, maybe, but they get so fucking big, you can't. You gotta, like, what, flower them right off the hop.
I should give one a fucking try outdoors.
Well, I got original haze. That's about the only thing I got that's something like that, and I'm still scared to even crack it open.
There it is. That's the Baggio. So that one, that was a pure Filipino line, and I'm sure she's still out there because that one was shared pretty freely. Very, very unique. She came out of the hills of the Philippines. Actually, the seeds came out. It was 160 seeds that came out. I didn't pop them myself, but I kept this cut for quite some time with individuals I mentioned in this show. And she was a pure Filipino from Baguio. And the seeds came from a cockfighter up in the hills in Baguio, Philippines. And 160 of them were popped. And this was the one that was kept. And I preserved her for as long as I could. I passed her around freely. The originators of it eventually got a hold of me at some point and said, "Hey, we lost her. She's now yours to preserve." And I did the best I can. But, you know, as things go with these plants, as you guys even are, me and Jimmy are kind of parallel because he had a lot of my stuff. I had a lot of his stuff. And it just came a point in time where we can no longer keep it. So this one right here that you're putting up is a very, very special plant to me. Just because of the way she smoked. I shared her with Bamboo, formerly of Coastal Seeds. He's on Instagram. He may not be under Bamboo no more, but if you guys know who he is, I gave him some flower of that, and the way he described it was he has traveled the world and smoked this plant and has been fortunate to do so. The way he described it was just like I was back in the Philippines smoking some weed from the Philippines growing outside.
Very
So
cool.
coming from a guy like that and that has that experience, that's kind of, you know, I ride on coattails of all these guys, Snow High, Jimmy, Bamboo, you know, Tim at the Cedary. You know, I just been fortunate to cross paths with these guys, and we share the same passion. And the passion is this plant, right? We're a dying breed. All you guys look like you're my age. The only one is the G-Bay guy. He might be in his 30s, maybe 35 or whatever, but 40. He's an old 45.
43. I'll be 43 in a few days.
Yeah, so
But thank you. I'll take that shit.
You're a generation
That's young
behind.
buck, man.
Happy early birthday. You're a generation behind. I'm an old soul, right? I got you by about 11. So
There you go. Wise man.
it's different. It's different, but the same because we're here connected.
Yeah, man.
I
We're
don't know
doing the
how
same
long we
thing.
do this no more. You know? I don't know.
Oh yeah, age don't mean nothing. Well, you guys get experience though every year more than me, right? So I like that. Talking with people that have been in the game a little longer. They've been around for the stuff that I only got to watch from the sidelines a little bit when I was too young to really get involved, but I knew about it.
You ever seen how an old gardener gardens? By teaching the fucking young gardeners. They get them little motherfuckers in the garden, they smack them with the sticks and say, "Hey, put that fucking shit right there. That's where I want it."
You
All right,
know,
that's it.
over the years, man, there's been so much hype and hoopla. You know what I do? Go get me some good fucking soil and water. I don't worry about nothing else, right? Like, I mean, this thing is just so fun. We complicate, not me, people complicate it, right? It's so fucking simple. It's so. I literally took here. I'll just put it up. I took a person I met. She's a year younger than me, and knew nothing about this fucking plant about 4 months ago. Okay. The moment I showed it to her, she's like, "The fuck is that what I think?" Yeah, absolutely. Can you help me watch these things? Absolutely, she says. never experienced a plant in any form because it was taboo to her, right?
Yeah.
I'll pick up for a sec there. Having a woman who gardens is essential. Especially if she gardens cannabis. That's double. I mean,
It's a big help. Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
She's it helps. My poor garden, man, it took a hit. I kind of like fell off the rails there for a few weeks and fucking I was like, well, they're alive, they'll be fine.
Sometimes it's what you got to do, though, man. Life cuts in the way, right? You can't always be the attentive gardener that we want to be.
I was like, I mean, planted seed, though, you know what I mean? Got watered and up by Rose, right? So we're here now, and plants are all been taken care of, and we're good.
And the internet gods have come back for their victim.
Yeah, well, it's due time, right? It's 10:57.
Internet gods are fucking rough tonight, boy.
They're fucking. I'm sitting. It must be this hotel must be filling up pretty quick because I'm looking. I got the one ball of internet service thing going on, and even like about it must have been for about an hour and a half before the show. I was out there smoking a joint with the foreman, and like you could just see trucks coming into this tight little parking spot where you're at. We're in just the way the building is so close together on both sides. You get this little U-shaped cul-de-sac-y thing. You have parking lots. People are bringing their trucks in there. I'm like, oh yeah, there's gonna be hit cars for sure. Guaranteed.
Motel, holiday. Sorry, I'm fucking ripped. That was a good show. I listened good and just sat here and smoked.
Well, it's a lot of fun. I like hanging out with these guys because they're already doing but they're doing something that I care about in preserving genetics. They're not looking to just smash fucking plant A and plant B together, right? They like the old school stuff, and I got real appreciation for that. Oh, and he's back again.
He ain't no quitter.
You're back again. Well,
sorry.
Hey, no worries. We're just getting to the point of wrapping things up. Is there anything else you want to get out there before we're done?
No, just stay tuned to Blackbird and watch it happen, man. We'll meet again in another 6-7 months, and you guys will see. By then, we'll have some stuff put out there, and I thank you guys for having us, and just stay tuned. We got some really good stuff coming up.
We should do this again a few times over the season, and just as not quite monthly, but every couple months we'll jump in and check in with you guys, see what's new.
Yeah, and we'll bring let's bring Boston Bob on next time again, because
that'd be a blast.
Absolutely.
Yep, that would be a blast, 100%.
Yeah. All right, you guys take care. Thank you for having us.
Hey man, thanks for jumping on once again, and we will talk to you soon.
Oh yeah, bro.
Sounds good.
Good job.
Like any true cannabis rebel, he comes back to tell the internet gods to fuck you. I will not be claimed. I will leave on my own terms.
Yeah. Lamb's bread cross Panama red, eh?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Well, did you see the way he reacted when he heard it? Like the name, he's like he jumped, as if someone startled him. So I like, damn, that's a pretty good response right there. What is this wonderful plant?
I did the same only because I really think that we need to get that to fucking ye motherfucking haw, so that when he's baby burdened the fucking period blood to the fucking Jamaican blood clot, it all just makes a really twisted fucking circle.
Yeah, it's, you know what? We usually come up with stupid reasons to justify things, but that was actually a really good one. So
thank you.
It's more legit than anything anyone else is going to come up with.
Right. Shit. On that, man, that was fun having those guys in. I like to hear about, the guys still kind of keeping it for some of those older, long running strains. I was running that Doc D's haze for a while, and they're fun, but now I gotta, in between testing things and running things, I don't think I'll have a place anymore, to be having one. So either I'm going to try to run some of that shit outdoors and try to get full fucking season, or, I'm kind of going to have to just ride off the coats of some guys who want to fucking run it run it now.
Well, I believe, I don't know about the States because each state's different, but Canada, I don't believe that there's any commercial strains that you'd push past 10, maybe 12, maybe if you want to be fucking a show off, but then there's no money in it, so it probably doesn't happen.
Right, yeah, and ain't nobody pushing strains like that, not for profit anyway.
A craft one, if there's any out there that I like, there's a couple that I pay attention to, but in the dispensaries, you don't see. There's not a shelf of $70.
It would have to be done outdoors to make it financially feasible.
Well, it's just there's no.
Could be doable in the right areas, like the Okanagan region of BC. I could see you going longer outdoors there.
Greenhouses, supplemental lighted outdoor greenhouses would be fucking ideal.
I would literally buy a $50 eighth if it was a fucking if I knew that it was an 18 to 20 something week strain, because I know what that takes, because it takes twice as long. I'll pay twice as much. That's how, but I just don't trust anybody. So, there's that. You got a sticker on it that you swipe at a point of sales. Yeah, I don't trust you. Yeah. So, we'll see. Well, someone in chat in Canada grow a nice big 20 weeker and give me some.
I've never grown anything that long. It's tempting. If I had the seeds given to me, I would, but I can't. It's hard for me to justify searching those seeds out and paying a bunch of money for because odds are you're looking at some landrace kind of thing that's going to cost a pretty penny for something that. Like I said, it's a gamble given my low space thing. So, if, like in feminized form, something like the Hawaiian Snow, which was a Hawaiian sativa crossed with a Laos, that would that was a 12 weeker, which you could take to 14, no problem, and make it better. I thought so. That would be. I'd keep something like that around because I actually really like that Hawaiian Snow. It just kind of got to be time to try something new. It was the only reason it got left behind and kicked out the door.
Yeah, I did a 13-week something. I forget what it was, but like I said, I don't do the best, and so I don't like to put stuff in there too long. It's just another couple weeks for me to fuck it up. Give me the quick 8 weekers and get them out of there.
Yeah, I thought I needed the stress of running 120 fucking days. However, what is that? Fucking doing that in a 1 gallon pot, fucking, having a good old fucking time. So
in a 1 gallon pot.
Yeah, in a 1 gallon, start to fucking finish, bud. I grew those goddamn fuckers from start to finish in a 1 gallon pot. Floured them out for 120 fucking days.
You just leave a drip on it, constant.
No, about 3 times a day I had to fucking water them though. Yeah.
Yeah, mine.
They got fucking hungry.
That's I would have killed that, guaranteed. Not even a question. That plant would have been dead. I've got
it was a fun test of my fucking patience. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. No, I've still run those fluffernutters and solo cups. They've been in there. They got to be 8 to 10 weeks in those solo cups now. And they're flowering.
And hey, some plants just do it better than others, man. I got those Granddaddy Blacks right now, and they're in maybe a half gallon, little shorty fucking nursery pot. Pissed. Just fucking screaming to get out of that motherfuckers.
Yeah, I did it to stress them and see if they'd trigger into flower, because they have that auto flower genetic in them. And I know that photo periods, they won't in a solo cup. They'll just keep growing. They'll end up looking just like a fucking plant in a solo cup. But those, I figured it would come along sooner than later. And sure enough, right now they're all popping off on flower. I don't think they're actually developing bud, but they've got cotton balls going. So it's like,
It's snack time. What the fuck are you eating on?
I was like, we're in the fucking overtime. We're still talking. I got the money. I'll get my fucking ice cream, man.
What kind of ice cream you got?
So, mocha almond.
ooh, motherfucker.
Mocha almond. Okay.
First time I've ever tried it. So, if you look in there, we got some chocolate and some coffee flavored stuff in there, all swirled and mixed up.
This is a fucking family show. You watch what you show on that, right? Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's all good.
Can't just be willy-nilly fucking flashing ice cream to stoners like that. What is wrong with you? Especially at fucking this hour after you've been fucking smoking for like 2 hours. Just fucking
really
that's right. That's
like, okay, so if you're to take this and like put that over top of some like thick ass fucking brownie, oh dude, like you'd be in like.
that's right. I need some ice cream cake now.
Oh, Cole, you're gonna set Colton off. Careful.
Yeah.
Call that. I fully agree with you, but don't tell that.
No, tell Colton that.
It'd be like putting a jar of vinegar near you.
Well, I'm gonna have a dab here, and let's.
Yeah, I love it.
Fucking hey, man! I ran a rock drill today. I don't know if any of you guys have ever had the pleasure. I don't weigh enough to operate a rock drill, so you can imagine how my fucking day went. I was on a pogo stick that was fucking bouncing in and out of the holes of granite and shit. I'm so tired. I'm not built for that shit. That's a 25-year-old game. Like I just said earlier, I'm a 43-year-old man. I was literally, I think my friends showed me a picture of me riding this. So let's salute to me and my day at work. And I hope I can find this picture. Oh, never mind. It's a brand new phone I got today, and I got to sign into a bunch of bullshit. I'll show you later. But yeah.
Fuck that shit then.
I mean, I'm done. I'm fucking done.
And the next time. All right, everyone. I'm afraid that the video may or may not play first and get all jumpy and fucked up. My internet's all goofy. So we'll do the last rip for you right here straight away. I hope everybody has a great night. G-Bay and I will be back in 2 days' time. That is Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel. You know where we'll be. See you there, y'all. Oh, and also, this is Fucked Buy Me a Coffee. I forgot about them. I got the email this morning that they are shutting us down. It's official. So I really do want to thank everybody that donated to that fund and trying to support us. It really does mean the world to us. Their email states that you will have your money refunded to you within 30 days. So if that is not the case, reach out to me and I'll help you best I can to try and make that one happen. And we appreciate your support, but they don't support us clearly. So it is what it is.
So we'll just have to figure out another way for people to fucking hang out and support us then.
Yeah, there is alternative methods. So we'll figure something out. But yeah, I guess we might as well just peace out, and go eat some like ice cream and stuff.
Fucking right, bro.
All right. I like ice cream.